Tesla remains just as committed and excited to bringing semi to scale next year in 2026.
Since Dan Priestley's keynote at ACT Expo 2025, nearly every article on the Tesla Semi has hammered the same talking points. A 500-mile range, a 1-megawatt charger, and a massive Nevada plant capable of turning out 50,000 units a year. Those facts matter, to be sure, but they barely scratch the surface of how this truck could reorder the entire U.S. freight economy. The bottom line is that fleets today are still viewing the Semi through a diesel versus electric lens, missing out on far greater economic opportunities. The numbers in today's episode aren't speculation. We're using real market prices and peer-reviewed data to shift the question from, will the Semi work, to, how will your bottom line quadruple with 50,000 Tesla Semis hitting the road? Don't worry, we're not about to tell you to go take a driving test and start a trucking career. Welcome to Tesla Car World. But first, let's take a moment to determine whether the Tesla Semi has been so quiet. Is Tesla Semi real? Where is it? The ACT Expo 2025 keynote demolished cancellation rumors by unveiling hard evidence of momentum. Construction crews have nearly finished a dedicated 1.7 million square foot gigafactory in Nevada that will scale to 50,000 semis a year, giving the program its own high-volume home instead of borrowing Model Y lines. Meanwhile, Tesla confirmed funding or permits for 46 public megacharger stations, each pushing 1 to 2 megawatt, enough to add 350 highway miles in 30 minutes, forming an electric corridor from Los Angeles to Charlotte. On the road, the prototype fleet is anything but dormant. 26 trucks have already crossed the 100,000-mile mark, helping the total test mileage swell to 7.9 million miles. Lessons from that real-world data are feeding a product refresh that bundles a lighter HV battery, redesigned mirrors, and enhanced driver visibility. Pilot production continues through 2025, with a deliberate ramp toward volume in 2026, aligning supply chains and megawatt infrastructure. The Semi has traded splashy teasers for concrete execution, positioning itself to flip long-haul economics just as diesel costs, labor shortages, and carbon pressure converge. So, how does the Tesla Semi flip the economy?
It will be equipped with an MCS charge inlet, capable of more than 1 megawatt of charging. And then one other thing, we have a new HV battery. Now this battery brings in our latest and greatest in terms of technology. It is cheaper to manufacture. And the best part is that it's actually less battery energy than in our current pilot production vehicles. But it maintains the same range.
Think of every Tesla Semi as a rolling power bank, just a very big one. Dan Priestley says the new HV pack stores almost 1 megawatt hour of energy. For context, that's enough electricity to run an average U.S. home for more than a month. Now, picture a modest regional distribution center that owns 20 semis. When the night shift starts, those trucks are usually parked out back, connected to chargers and doing nothing else. Together, they hold about 20 megawatt hours of stored energy, roughly the daily output of a small solar farm. Tesla already built a two-way plug called EPTO on the Semi. It normally sends 25 kilowatts of power forward to things like refrigerated trailers. Flip a software switch, and it can send the same amount backward to the building. In other words, the fleet yard is secretly sitting on a pop-up power plant. California's grid operator, CAISO, publishes real earnings for batteries that sell energy or stabilize the grid. In 2021, a 6-hour battery earned a median $63 per kilowatt per year. The busiest locations earned more than twice that. To stay conservative, let's slash those numbers by 40%, because truck batteries might only discharge for 2 hours at a time and lose a bit of energy each cycle. Even after that haircut, a warehouse that lets its parked semis push 300 kilowatt back into the grid for 4 hours on a scorching summer evening could collect somewhere between $75,000 and $90,000 a year. Last summer, CAISO accepted 1,400 megawatts of demand response power. That means regulators already trust mobile storage, and fleets can get paid for joining the club. A real-world example of PepsiCo Bakersfield makes it tangible. PepsiCo's snack plant in Bakersfield, California, already uses a handful of semis. Imagine 5 trucks roll in at 7 p.m. each with 40% charge. Together, that's 5 megawatt-hour on standby. They feed 2 megawatt-hours into the local microgrid when electricity prices spike to $170 per megawatt-hour, based on a real evening price from February 2025. They top back up after midnight when power drops to $55 per megawatt-hour. Profit for that single night, about $230. Do that every day and the total tops $84,000 a year, before counting extra income from California's low-carbon fuel standard credits for running electric instead of diesel refrigeration units. We'll revisit those credits later, but the takeaway is clear. Parked semis can earn money while drivers sleep. A diesel tractor starts losing value the moment you shut off the engine. Accountants call it a cost center. But a Tesla semi flips the script. The truck's battery can smooth out frequency swings or shave peak demand. Utilities pay real cash for those services. A full 1 megawatt-hour pack can keep lights, servers, and forklifts running in a 200,000 square foot warehouse for roughly 4 hours during a blackout. Many California businesses pay hefty penalties when their power draw leaps for even a few minutes. Trimming a 400 kilowatt spike saves about $67,200 per year at today's demand charge rates. Add those 3 streams together, and over a 10-year life, a single semi can recover $300,000 to $400,000 of its purchase price before you even count cheaper electricity or lower maintenance. Why does the Tesla semi help protect truck drivers' rights? The U.S. trucking industry is confronting a critical labor shortage. Veteran drivers are leaving faster than recruits can replace them. Most people see it as tough and even dangerous work. Long-haul deliveries mean constant fatigue, sleep deprivation, and exhaustion. Add to that the engine noise, the wind noise. It's brutal. The American Trucking Association reports a deficit of roughly 82,000 drivers at the close of 2024, a figure that could surge to nearly 160,000 by 2030 if current trends persist. This widening gap threatens to disrupt supply chains nationwide. Every time a driver quits, a fleet has to advertise, interview, drug test, train, and let a truck sit idle. When you add all those steps together, the price tag averages $12,799 per driver, based on a 2024 figure. Multiply that by tens of thousands of empty seats and the industry is burning more than $1 billion a year just replacing people. That's money nobody gets back. But from the moment a driver settles into a Tesla semi, the difference is striking. The electric powertrain trades the 80 decibel roar of a diesel cab for a cabin ambiance below 60 decibel, quiet enough for easy conversation and noticeably easier on the nerves. That calm is matched by the truck's seamless acceleration. With full torque available from a complete stop, the driver no longer wrestles with gear changes or dreads the surge of traffic while merging. What used to be a tense engine-screaming sprint onto the highway becomes an effortless glide, saving both concentration and energy. In a PepsiCo trial, a single Tesla semi covered 1,076 miles with only a quick change of drivers rather than the usual queue of diesel fill-ups, DF refills, and oil checks. Every avoided fuel stop converts idle minutes into revenue earning distance, precisely the metric drivers say keeps them in the profession. Quieter, smoother, and more profitable, the Tesla semi changes the very texture of a long-haul shift from day one. Besides, when Frito-Lay tested the semi between Modesto and Reno, managers said that the new trucks helped with driver retention. Let's do the math. In a fleet of 250 tractors, the company typically loses about a quarter of its drivers each year. Trimming that churn by even 10%, down to 22.5%, means 25 fewer resignations. Replacing a long-haul driver costs roughly $12,799 in recruiting, onboarding, and training. So the change translates into an annual savings of about $319,975. That figure almost equals what the entire fleet spends to burn 7 cents worth of diesel for every mile it travels. And the calculation touches only the hiring ledger. It leaves out the quieter gains of steadier service, fewer accidents, and more satisfied customers that come with keeping experienced drivers in the seat. To be more careful, scientists at Southwest Research Institute strapped sensors on veteran drivers and measured heart rate changes and tiny steering corrections. They found noise and vibration trigger 38% of fatigue during a 600-mile day. Take away the rumble and the shake, and a driver can stay in the alert zone for an extra 1.2 hours. That's just enough to finish a typical 550-mile shift without flirting with hours of service fines or worse, nodding off. So the question isn't only how much cheaper is a mile of electricity. It's also how many good drivers will stay if we give them a quieter, cleaner, stress-free cab. For fleet's bleeding talent, the answer could be worth more than any savings at the pump, and the Tesla Semi hands them that advantage on day one. How does the Tesla network boost the Semi range to 625 miles?
Very beginning of a dedicated, publicly available charging network for semis. These 46 sites are already in progress and represent more than 300 megawatt capable posts that will start going into the ground this year, with many more to fall in 2026.
Forget slow chargers hidden behind chain link fences. Tesla has now funded or permitted 46 public megacharger stations and says they'll all be online by 2027. Each stall delivers 1 to 2 megawatts of juice using the new MCS plug. That is powerful enough to pour 350 highway miles into a Semi in half an hour, about the time it takes to grab coffee, stretch, and check cargo straps. Plot those 46 stations on a U.S. map and a clear pattern pops out. Picture yourself behind the wheel of a Tesla Semi rolling out of the port of Los Angeles. Scattered across the country, 46 fast charge stations line up like an invisible electric rail running through Phoenix, Dallas, Memphis, Atlanta, and finally Charlotte. With these pit stops in place, you can top up in Phoenix, switch drivers in Dallas, and drop your load in Atlanta, all in about 36 hours without burning a drop of diesel. Each stop offers more than a plug. After dark, parked semis can send excess energy back into the depot like mini power plants, trimming the facility's power bill. They're also genuine rest hubs. Quiet sleeper berths and lightning-quick handoffs replace the grind of waiting around cheap motel lobbies. The result? Both truck and crew are ready to roll sooner and lighter. Besides, a research team writing in scientific reports modeled 3 and 4 truck platoons and found they cut aerodynamic drag by 11% to 25%. Because an electric truck counts every kilowatt hour, that savings turns a 500-mile battery into a 560 to 625-mile battery. In practice, a convoy leaving Phoenix could roll all the way to the Dallas charger without stopping. Dan Priestley reminded everyone that every Semi comes with hardware 4, the same computer Tesla plans to run its hands-free, full self-driving package on later in 2025. So picture this. 1 human drives the lead truck. 2 driverless semis follow a few car lengths back, linked by digital tow ropes. The trio glides from charger to charger, breaking only for the lead driver's mandatory rest. Labor cost drops by roughly 2/3 per mile, a stunning shift in an industry where wages and benefits are often the single biggest line item after fuel. At the April 2025 average diesel price of $3.56 per gallon and an efficiency of 6 miles per gallon, every mile a conventional diesel tractor travels rings up about 59 cents. The same mile in a Tesla Semi, drawing roughly 1.6 kilowatt-hour, costs only 21 cents at the U.S. average electricity rate of 12 cents and 32 hundredths per kilowatt-hour. Run 3 semis in a platoon, aerodynamic drag falls another 15%, and the cost slides to about 18 cents per mile. Put plainly, even at average electricity prices, a platoon of semis spends less than 1/3 of what a diesel rig pays just to keep moving, and the gap grows wider if diesel spikes or the trucks recharge on off-peak night rates. Because megachargers land roughly every 200 to 250 miles, dispatchers can redraw their maps around tidy 3-hour driving legs, the same way airlines schedule flights through hub airports. That simple shift sets off a domino effect, free hidden wins, shorter dwell times. Freight doesn't sit waiting for a driver's 10-hour break. It swaps cabs and keeps rolling. Lower detention fees. Warehouses pay less for trucks stuck at docks. Faster asset turns. One tractor can cover more loaded miles per month, so fleets grow revenue without buying extra iron. These network effects rarely show up in straightforward diesel versus electricity spreadsheets, yet they may dwarf the fuel savings over time. In essence, Tesla's megacharger lattice isn't just a set of plugs. It's the backbone of a new high-speed freight mesh that lets goods move as smoothly as data packets on the internet. Fleets that plug in early will own the fast lanes, while everyone else is still hunting for the next truck stop. How did the Tesla Semi earn $22,409 from carbon credits? If you operate trucks in California, you probably followed the state's Advanced Clean Fleets rule. It was set to be the toughest electric truck mandate in the country, until 6 May 2025, when a coalition of 17 states led by Nebraska convinced a federal court to put it on ice. One day, fleets were bracing for strict zero-emission targets. The next day, those targets vanished. That wild swing shows why policy risk cuts both ways. If you spend big money on new diesel rigs and the rules flip back tomorrow, those shiny tractors could turn into expensive paperweights. On the flip side, if you already own zero-emission assets and the credits they generate, a sudden clampdown becomes a golden opportunity. The Tesla Semi lets you sit on the winning side of either outcome. So how to earn carbon cash? Right now, you don't have to wait for future laws to start making money. 2 credit programs already pay fleets for clean miles, such as low-carbon fuel standard credits in California. Every electric mile avoids roughly 1.6 kilograms of carbon dioxide. Drive a Semi 100,000 miles and you skip about 80 tons of carbon dioxide a year. Current market price with $59.49 per ton. Annual payout approximately $4,760 per truck. Or eRINs by federal proposal. The EPA plans to award 1 electronic renewable identification number for every 6.5 kilowatt-hours of clean electricity used as vehicle fuel. The Semi burns about 1.6 kilowatt-hour per mile, so 120,000 miles consumes 29.5 megawatt-hour, good for 4.5 million eRINs. Even at a cautious $1.70 each, that's another $7,650 in digital fuel credits. So, if Tesla has already proven 7.9 million miles and built 46 megacharger stations, why are fleet managers still hesitating to adopt the Semi? What exactly are they waiting for? Please share your opinion in the comments section below this video. Thanks for watching our video. If you want to explore more exciting information about Tesla EV or Tesla Bot, don't forget to hit the like button and share this video. Also, make sure to subscribe to Tesla Car World and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest videos. We appreciate your support and look forward to...
This is a vehicle that some people said was impossible to build, that it defied physics. Well, not only does it not defy physics, we're going to be making a lot of them. I think ultimately we'll make over millions probably, of the Tesla Semi.
Tesla's fully electric Class 8 truck program is heading into a pivotal moment in 2025. Industry experts have just revealed a shocking truth. The 2025 Tesla Semi could face a price hike of up to 2.2 times, and further delays in its Roadster timeline are also drawing intense public attention. Recent statements from Elon Musk and Tesla executives offer compelling evidence of the company's commitment to revolutionizing the trucking industry, despite mounting challenges. In today's episode, we take a closer look at key arguments behind Tesla's upcoming Semi strategy and unpack the clear contradictions found in the company's most recent announcements. Welcome to Tesla Car World. But first, please stop scrolling and do this right now. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you're always the first to know about the latest updates on this incredible truck.
I believe, along with NVIDIA, two of the best disruptive technology companies in the world. Audi, that a U.S. car company makes cars in the U.S. with all U.S. parts, that's a fairy tale.
So, how does the Tesla Semi change the cost structure and overall economics of ownership? Chances are you've already heard or read something about a story that's been making waves in the heavy-duty electric truck market in the U.S. over the past few days. Ryder, one of the major customers and a key partner in the Tesla Semi project rollout in California, they made a rather surprising announcement. The price of the Tesla Semi had suddenly surged, forcing them to cut their order from 42 trucks down to just 18. Despite keeping their original $7.5 million budget unchanged. This sudden change immediately raised a lot of questions. Why did the price increase so sharply? Is Tesla facing cost issues? And more importantly, if that's the case, the current price of each Tesla Semi may have climbed to over $400,000, nearly double the previously rumored figures of $150,000 for the 300-mile version, $180,000 for the 500-mile version, and $200,000 for the Founders Series Semi. In response to the growing wave of speculation, Dan Priestley, Tesla Semi program manager, broke his silence and posted on X, "No change to schedule," and multiple incorrect conclusions. However, Priestley didn't clarify what exactly was incorrect, nor did he explain why Ryder requested a 28-month extension to complete the project. This lack of transparency has only fueled more skepticism. Is Tesla quietly shifting its pricing and production strategy behind the scenes? Many people think the Tesla Semi is just another electric truck, but in reality, it's a key piece of Elon Musk's bigger vision. With a price tag ranging from $180,000 to nearly $400,000, it's easy to see why some people might scoff and ask, why is a truck so expensive? But if you look closer, you'll realize this isn't just about selling trucks, it's about investing in the future. Sure, the new price sounds a bit shocking. In fact, it's nearly double what was originally expected, even if that figure hasn't been officially confirmed by Tesla or Elon Musk and remains media speculation. Still, it's not exactly a case of Tesla price gouging. The reality is the cost of raw materials like lithium and nickel, both crucial for EV batteries, has gone up significantly. And batteries, as we know, are the heart of any electric vehicle. On top of that, the new battery type Tesla is developing, the 4680 cells, still isn't rolling off the production line smoothly, so the company has had to rely on temporary solutions. And as we all know, temporary usually means more expensive. Not to mention the Nevada Gigafactory is currently undergoing a massive expansion, and anyone who's ever built anything knows. Big projects are never cheap. But there's no need to panic. Tesla isn't doing all this just to sell a few trucks. They're building an entire ecosystem from the ground up. Batteries, software, high-speed charging stations, all fully developed and owned in-house. At first, they might not make much profit, but once production scales, costs will drop and margins will grow. If they play their cards right, Tesla won't just be selling trucks. They'll be selling the entire infrastructure around those trucks. And when that happens, the revenue won't just come from the vehicle itself. It'll flow in from energy, services, software, and everything that comes with it. Initially, most people expected to recover their investment in the Tesla Semi within 3 to 5 years. Now, it might take 8 to 10 years to break even. That sounds like a long time, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Electric trucks like the Semi can drastically reduce operating costs, potentially cutting annual expenses by 40 to 50%. That means businesses could save tens of thousands of dollars each year on fuel and maintenance alone. On top of that, both the U.S. and European governments are actively promoting clean transportation, offering incentives and tax breaks, especially under the Inflation Reduction Act, IRA. And let's not forget, once the Magna Charger network is fully built out, charging costs will be close to zero. In other words, every mile driven becomes a money saver. So even though the payback period may be longer, it's also more stable and less risky. In an era where transportation costs keep rising, that makes the Semi a worthwhile investment to consider. That's exactly why Tesla isn't just pouring money into building trucks. They're investing billions into a much broader vision, building out the megacharger, fast charging network, developing next-gen battery technology, and expanding their massive Nevada gigafactory. To some, Tesla's financial reports may look like costs are spiraling. But Elon Musk isn't spending money just to hold ground. Everything Tesla is developing for the Semi, from batteries to charging infrastructure, will eventually feed into other energy products like the Powerwall and Megapack, energy storage systems for homes, factories, even entire cities. In that sense, the Semi is just the first step in a much bigger plan. But this lack of transparency has clearly split the market into two camps. One group is walking away, not because they doubt the technology, but because they can't bet on a company that won't be upfront. For them, the scary part isn't the higher price, it's the uncertainty. Tesla was once seen as a symbol of the future. But when that $400,000 price tag started making headlines, the Semi stopped looking like an investment and started looking like a gamble, where trust has to be laid on the table alongside cold, hard cash. However, on the flip side, not everyone sees this as bad news. Some believe this move actually marks a new level of maturity for the Tesla Semi. A price increase isn't a failure. It's a signal that Tesla is moving away from loss-leading strategies just to grab market share, and instead beginning to price the product at its real value. And if the Semi truly delivers on its promises, lower operating costs, fuel savings, reduced maintenance, and zero emissions, then even at $400,000, the market could still accept it. Especially when you zoom out and look at the bigger picture, over 5, 7, or 10 years. Forward-thinking businesses won't be asking, how much does it cost to buy? They'll be asking, how much do I save per mile? Some even see this as an opportunity. When the waters get stirred, the timid rowers pull back. But those who choose to stick with Tesla now may end up being the first to gain a true operational edge in the near future. A future where electrification isn't just a trend, but the new rule of the game. A former executive who once ran a trucking company with a fleet of 350 Semis shared that they were spending over $100,000 a month on maintenance alone, not even counting bank loans and financing for their fleet. Breakdowns on the road didn't just cause delays. They sent costs soaring by the hour. And somehow maintenance shops always seem to know how to take advantage of the situation. But even if you go with a well-known diesel truck, say, a fully equipped Volvo, you're still looking at nearly $200,000, and you're not escaping the never-ending maintenance loop. Against that backdrop, the idea of paying around $350,000 for a Tesla Semi no longer feels intimidating to industry veterans. On the contrary, according to this former executive, it's a smart investment. The Tesla Semi can pay for itself in just 2.5 years, he said. If you calculate real-world operating costs and the dramatically lower maintenance. Because while legacy manufacturers like Volvo are now rolling out their own electric Semi models, the prices are anything but cheap, reaching up to $400,000 for a unit that doesn't even come with a sleeper cab. When you put that on the table for comparison, the Tesla Semi still stands out as the more optimized choice. How do the revolutionary features of Tesla Semi network promote huge economic advantages?
So it's very difficult for people in the stock market, especially those that look in the rearview mirror, which is most people, to imagine a future where suddenly a 10 million vehicle fleet has 5 to 10 times the usefulness.
Perhaps the most transformative element of the Tesla Semi story lies beyond its powertrain. According to Elon Musk, the Semi is being designed with autonomy at its core. Cameras, sensors, and computing power have already been embedded into early production units, including those currently operating in PepsiCo's fleet. This isn't some far-off future feature. It's a foundation being laid right now. Just imagine what happens when these trucks become fully autonomous. As Musk put it, an autonomous vehicle can be used far more than a non-autonomous one. That principle is even more powerful when applied to freight. Autonomous big rigs could operate over 20 hours a day, with minimal downtime, limited only by charging and maintenance windows, effectively doubling the revenue-generating hours of a single truck. Financially, Musk envisions the Tesla Semi eventually generating up to $1 billion in revenue per month. That might sound ambitious, but not impossible, especially when you consider the scalability of autonomy across logistics hubs, distribution centers, and major freight corridors. And with the U.S. still grappling with a chronic shortage of long-haul truck drivers, autonomy could offer a direct, scalable solution to a pressing national challenge. One of the most underestimated drivers in this entire equation may be the value of Tesla's software ecosystem. There has never been an asset class, especially not in commercial vehicles, where a software update can boost hardware performance and value by 500% to 1,000%, as Musk has claimed. Traditional OEMs sell hardware. Tesla sells a software-defined platform. With each over-the-air update, the Tesla Semi gets better, not just in safety or navigation, but also in energy efficiency through regenerative optimization, route intelligence, and potentially even autonomous capabilities as full self-driving matures enough to be deployed in trucks. Naturally, this raises a fair question. Is FSD truly ready for a 40-ton semi-truck? Many in the industry remain skeptical, and rightfully so. As of now, Tesla's FSD is far from perfect. Maneuvering a massive vehicle into tight loading docks or navigating unpredictable rural roads remains a challenge no company, not even Tesla, has fully mastered. In truth, it would be reckless to claim the Tesla Semi is fully autonomous across all use cases today. But here's the key insight. It doesn't have to be fully autonomous, yet. Even semi-autonomous features like lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise control, or highway auto navigation already deliver real operational savings and reduce driver fatigue. These are stepping stones toward full autonomy. The competitive edge lies in Tesla's ability to iterate and scale these updates across its entire fleet, faster than any traditional OEM can. Another critical issue that is often overlooked is braking safety under heavy load, a common cause of fatal accidents involving traditional heavy-duty trucks in markets like China. The Tesla Semi tackles this risk with regenerative braking, advanced load sensors, and a proprietary electronic stability system, an integrated approach specifically engineered to mitigate braking failures. This method not only enhances safety outcomes, but is also likely to become a key differentiator in an increasingly regulated commercial vehicle landscape. From battery manufacturing to software, charging infrastructure to AI, no other truck manufacturer matches Tesla's level of ecosystem control. While this may reduce short-term flexibility, such as the current lack of megawatt charging system standardization, it ensures long-term operational cohesion. And that's something logistics companies will increasingly value. How delayed is Tesla's Semi-2025 production strategy really?
Like, what will the future look like in 5 years, or 10 years, 20 years? And 5 years from now, autonomous cars are going to be everywhere. Primarily going to be Teslas, by the way. But autonomous Teslas will be everywhere.
In 2025, Tesla's long-awaited promise of electrified long-haul trucking is edging closer to mass production. With the second-generation Tesla Semi now officially moving into production planning, the electric freight revolution is no longer theoretical. It's operational. After years of limited fleet trials and early prototypes, Tesla has now reached a pivotal milestone. The steel structure of its dedicated semi-production facility, located next to Gigafactory Nevada, is complete. According to Dan Priestley, head of the Tesla Semi program, the plant will explode with activity as it ramps toward full production, emphasizing that safety, efficiency, and execution are at the heart of the factory's design. And the numbers back this up. Tesla has announced its most detailed production roadmap to date. Initial volume builds of the Tesla Semi will begin in late 2025, with acceleration through early 2026. At full capacity, the plant aims to produce up to 50,000 units annually. Let's not forget, Tesla has already delivered over 200 semis to strategic partners like PepsiCo. These early units serve as real-world validators and, more importantly, data sources for refining both the vehicle and production processes. This slow and steady approach, similar to Tesla's past vehicle ramp-ups, enables the company to de-risk scaling by solving critical technical and logistical challenges in real-world conditions. One of the most pressing concerns in commercial EV adoption is infrastructure. Can we support the charging needs of thousands of heavy-duty trucks? Tesla's answer lies in its proprietary supercharger and megacharger network, already spanning much of the US, Europe, Mexico, and China. While public EV charging infrastructure often lags, Tesla's vertical integration gives it a decisive edge. In Elon Musk's words, "The battery will last longer than your bladder." That's not just humor. It's a subtle nod to real-world usability. Tesla's approach isn't about matching diesel tank range mile for mile. It's about creating a charging experience that aligns with natural driver behavior, rest breaks, meals, logistics schedules. With ultra-fast charging planned for semis and built-in navigation to optimize routing, downtime is minimized and utilization maximized. Tesla isn't rushing. The company is following its proven playbook: start small, iterate quickly, and scale strategically. Initial deliveries will continue to go to trusted partners before ramping to broader customer availability by late 2025. This cautious yet confident timeline helps Tesla avoid the production traps that have derailed other EV startups. More importantly, it shows that Tesla has likely overcome key supply chain and technical hurdles, battery constraints, drivetrain optimization, software tuning, that previously delayed mass production. With the rumored price of the Tesla Semi now nearing $400,000, do you think the long-term savings and ecosystem integration justify the upfront cost? Or is Tesla pricing out its core market? Thanks for watching our video. If you want to explore more exciting information about Tesla EV or Tesla Bot, don't forget to hit the like button and share this video. Also, make sure to subscribe to Tesla Car World and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest videos.
If you're a transport company, you don't use the Tesla electric semi, you're just losing money. Why would you do that? Do you not like money? Okay. But if you do like money, then I recommend using the Tesla Semi.
This year, Tesla is launching the Semi Gen 2 with a series of groundbreaking upgrades, and Elon Musk has confirmed a game-changing feature coming to the Tesla Semi, an unparalleled economic advantage, delivering up to 30.2% savings in total ownership costs, a benefit no other electric truck on the market has ever offered. With large-scale production and the new Semi factory fully operational, Tesla is ready to deliver trucks to all pre-order customers and make them widely available by the end of the year. Musk also confirmed during the Q4 earnings call that its total cost of ownership will be significantly lower, making it the smartest investment for trucking businesses. All the most exciting updates about the world #1 electric truck will be revealed in today's video. Welcome to Tesla Car World. But first, stop scrolling and do this right now. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so you'll always be the first to know how to maximize the benefits of this EV revolution. How superior are the new features of the Tesla Semi Gen 2?
In parallel, as we showed in the shareholders deck, we have started construction on the factory in Reno. Our first vehicles are planned for late 2025 with external customers starting in 2026.
Elon Musk recently confirmed that Tesla plans to produce the Semi at an impressive scale, up to 50,000 units per year. With the new dedicated Semi factory, it's clear that Tesla is fully capable of meeting this ambitious target. Until now, production is still in full swing, ensuring deliveries to earlier customers. Many companies have already secured their spot in line with a $5,000 reservation, proving just how high the demand is for this next-generation electric truck. So far, the Tesla Semi has been primarily used by Tesla itself, transporting around 20,000 battery packs daily from the Nevada Gigafactory to support vehicle production in Fremont. Meanwhile, PepsiCo has begun receiving its order of approximately 100 units, marking one of the first major commercial deployments. In real-world testing, the Semi has proven its range of 400 to 500 miles while carrying a full North American payload of 82,000 pounds, including a 23,000 pounds tractor, a 12,000 pounds trailer, and a 47,000 pounds payload. While these tests push the Semi to its limits, most delivery trips will carry lighter loads to enhance longevity and improve driver experience. Compared to traditional Class 8 diesel trucks, the Semi boasts superior acceleration, better handling, and an impressive hauling capacity. It can achieve a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of just 20 seconds while fully loaded at 80,000 pounds, something unheard of in the industry. DHL, one of the largest freight companies in the world, recently conducted a 2-week trial with the Tesla Semi and was astonished by its efficiency. The company tested the truck over 3,000 miles on regular routes and found that it exceeded expectations, particularly in terms of energy consumption. On average, the Semi achieved an efficiency of just 1.72 kilowatt-hour per mile, surpassing Tesla's official rating of under 2 kilowatt-hour. Furthermore, the Semi's ability to climb steep grades is unparalleled. While most fully loaded diesel trucks struggle to maintain 30 miles per hour on a 10% grade, the Tesla Semi can sustain 60 miles per hour, even with a full payload. This level of performance not only improves delivery efficiency, but also enhances driver experience, as truckers have reported that the Semi is much smoother and easier to drive compared to conventional trucks. Another crucial factor contributing to the Tesla Semi's efficiency is its cutting-edge aerodynamics. Aerodynamic drag accounts for over 50% of the energy required to keep a truck moving at 60 miles per hour. The Tesla Semi boasts a drag coefficient of just 0.35 compared to the typical range of 0.5 to 0.8 for conventional heavy-duty trucks. This streamlined design doubles its aerodynamic efficiency, putting it on par with passenger cars. Specific design features contribute to these impressive results. The Tesla Semi incorporates a backward-inclined cabin, large rounded edges, and a smooth surface design to minimize turbulence. Additionally, traditional side mirrors are replaced with cameras mounted on aerodynamic, wing-shaped sticks, further reducing drag. The optimized transition between the truck and trailer, achieved through roof and side spoilers, ensures smoother airflow. Combined with its rapid megawatt charging capabilities, which allow for a full recharge in just 20 minutes, the Tesla Semi is setting a new industry standard for long-haul trucking. You might assume that Tesla is only targeting major freight companies, as bulk orders drive profitability. While that's true, what many don't realize is that the Semi will soon be available to external customers, opening up new opportunities beyond large-scale logistics. In a recent meeting, Tesla openly confirmed that it has produced 500 Tesla Semi units so far, and every single one is equipped with the necessary hardware for full self-driving. Video updates from Giga Nevada's semi-production line show a steady increase in output each week. If the factory continues to scale up at this pace, it will soon be capable of producing around 1,000 Semis. And FSD integration in the Semi will ultimately save businesses tens of thousands of dollars annually, a future that is quickly becoming reality.
That we actually have a shortage of truck drivers in America. That's one of the limiting factors on transport. So they get tired and sometimes, I have a lot of respect for truck drivers because it's a tough job. But because it's a tough job, there's not that many people that want to do it.
Instead of handling the entire trip manually, drivers can supervise the system, easing their workload, reducing stress, and ultimately minimizing accident risks. As more companies recognize these advantages, orders keep rolling in. Even Costco and Martin Brower have tested the Semi, despite not being on the pre-order list. Pricing remains a mystery. Older reports suggest $180,000 per unit, while PepsiCo reportedly paid $250,000. However, external customers may pay far less, as Tesla offers different variants and configurations tailored to specific needs.
But fundamentally, if you've got a Semi where the fully considered cost per mile
per ton of transport is better than, say, a diesel truck, any company that doesn't adopt an electric semi will lose.
What is the biggest savings? If there's one thing that's got trucking companies, fleet operators, and independent drivers buzzing right now, it's the jaw-dropping fuel savings of the Tesla Semi. Diesel prices have been through the roof in recent years, and with fluctuating global markets, running a traditional Class 8 truck isn't just expensive, it's borderline unsustainable for businesses trying to stay competitive. So, Tesla Semi is the smartest financial move a company can make right now. Let's break it down. A standard diesel truck burns through roughly 20,000 gallons of fuel per year, depending on mileage and load. At an average price of $4 per gallon and often much higher, that's $80,000 per truck annually just in fuel costs. Compare that to the Tesla Semi, which operates on electricity at a fraction of the cost. Based on real-world testing from companies like PepsiCo, DHL, and Walmart, the Tesla Semi is averaging around 1.7 kilowatt-hour per mile, meaning that for the same 100,000-mile workload, it's using about 170,000 kilowatt-hour per year. Now, with commercial electricity rates averaging 10 to 15 cents per kilowatt-hour, the annual energy cost for a Tesla Semi sits between $17,000 and $25,500, a savings of over $55,000 per truck per year compared to diesel. Multiply that across a fleet of just 10 trucks, and you're looking at $500,000 in fuel savings annually. PepsiCo was one of the first major companies to integrate the Tesla Semi into its fleet, and they've been incredibly vocal about the cost savings. Since deploying 86 Tesla Semis across their operations, the company has drastically cut fuel expenses, reinvesting those savings into expanding its EV infrastructure and logistics network. According to their latest reports, the Semis are already proving more efficient than anticipated, with PepsiCo estimating a 60 to 70% reduction in fueling costs per mile compared to diesel. That's a game-changing shift in operational expenses for a logistics-dependent giant like Pepsi. Beyond direct cost savings, there's another massive advantage that Tesla Semi owners are raving about: price stability. Diesel prices fluctuate wildly due to geopolitical events, supply chain disruptions, and refinery issues, making financial forecasting for fleet operators a nightmare. Electricity, on the other hand, is far more stable and predictable, especially for companies investing in on-site solar and battery storage solutions. Take Frito-Lay's Modesto, California facility. They've installed a megawatt-scale solar farm combined with Tesla Megapacks to power their Tesla Semi fleet. Instead of relying on grid electricity, they're running their trucks on pure solar energy, driving operational costs down to nearly zero in fuel expenses. This type of energy independence is unheard of in the diesel world and is setting the stage for a whole new way of thinking about logistics. One of the biggest questions surrounding electric trucks is charging time. Tesla has addressed this head-on with its megacharger network, designed specifically for the Semi. These high-powered stations can add 400 miles of range in just 20 minutes, allowing truckers to recharge during mandatory rest breaks without adding extra downtime. What does this mean for fuel costs? Faster charging means less idle time and more miles covered per day, making the overall cost per mile even lower than traditional diesel rigs. Unlike diesel trucks, which lose efficiency when idling or in traffic, the Tesla Semi optimizes energy use dynamically, cutting waste and increasing profitability. It's not just corporate behemoths making the switch here. Independent truckers and small fleet owners are also eyeing the Tesla Semi as a long-term money-saving investment. With federal and state incentives for electric trucks like California's HVIP program, which offers up to $120,000 per electric truck, the upfront cost gap between diesel and electric is closing fast. One striking example is JD Logistics, a mid-sized trucking company based in Texas. They initially ordered 5 Tesla Semis in late 2024 to test their performance. After running them for just 4 months, the company announced plans to fully transition to an all-electric fleet by 2028, citing an estimated $4 million in fuel savings over the next 5 years. Companies that stick with diesel are bleeding cash on fuel, while those embracing Tesla's technology are locking in substantial savings year after year. Fleet operators who ignore this trend risk getting left behind in a world where fuel savings aren't just important, they're essential for survival. What are the other huge benefits for drivers? For many seasoned professionals in logistics, especially those with decades of experience behind the wheel, keeping trucks in top condition has always been a major operational challenge. Traditional diesel trucks come with staggering maintenance expenses. A single engine rebuild can cost upwards of $20,000, and that's just one of many potential repairs over a truck's lifespan. Factor in oil changes every 15,000 miles, transmission issues, and the inevitable wear and tear on exhaust systems, and it's no surprise that fleets spend tens of thousands per truck each year just to keep them running. With the Tesla Semi, the equation changes. The electric drivetrain has fewer than 20 moving parts compared to over 2,000 components in a diesel engine. This results in fewer breakdowns and an estimated $50,000 in maintenance savings over 5 years per truck. No oil changes, no transmission failures, no emission system repairs. Just smooth, uninterrupted performance that keeps trucks where they belong, on the road, not in the shop. Major fleet operators are already seeing the impact. Frito-Lay, a division of PepsiCo, has deployed Tesla Semis in its delivery operations and reported a significant reduction in fleet maintenance costs. One key factor? The regenerative braking system. Unlike diesel trucks, where brake pads need replacing every 100,000 to 150,000 miles, the Tesla Semi's regenerative braking significantly reduces brake wear, with some estimates suggesting brake pads could last 500,000 miles or more. That's not just a cost-saving measure, it's a fundamental shift in vehicle longevity. It is a known fact that downtime is the enemy of profitability. Every hour a truck is off the road means lost revenue. According to current market calculations, every hour a truck is out of service translates to a $75 revenue loss. Assuming an average of 2 hours of unplanned downtime per day, this adds up to $54,750 in lost revenue per truck each year. Because traditional diesel trucks often require in-shop diagnostics, where mechanics manually inspect and troubleshoot issues, a process that can take days. The Tesla Semi changes this with remote diagnostics and over-the-air updates. Imagine a world where your truck identifies a potential issue before it becomes a major problem, and updates itself while sitting in your lot overnight. That's the Tesla advantage. Keeping your fleet running smoothly has never been easier. With over-the-air software updates, trucks can stay optimized for peak performance without the hassle of frequent service visits. Remote diagnostics give fleet managers real-time visibility into every vehicle, catching potential issues before they turn into costly breakdowns. And thanks to advanced predictive maintenance algorithms, data from thousands of trucks helps anticipate necessary repairs, turning unexpected problems into planned solutions. It's a smarter, more efficient way to keep your trucks on the road and your business moving forward. The Tesla Semi is redefining long-haul trucking with cutting-edge technology that prioritizes efficiency, reliability, and cost savings. Whether managing a small fleet or a large operation, these advancements mean fewer unexpected repairs, lower maintenance costs, and more time on the road. At its core, the Tesla Semi is powered by a massive 1.5 megawatt-hour battery pack built to last over 1 million miles, far outpacing traditional diesel trucks that often require multiple engine overhauls within the same time frame. With an energy consumption rate of approximately 1.5 to 1.8 kilowatt-hour per mile, the Semi delivers an impressive 500-mile range per charge. Beyond performance, the financial advantages are clear. Electricity prices remain far more predictable than diesel, allowing fleet operators to plan expenses with greater confidence. And with Tesla's Megacharger 2.0 providing up to 70% charge in just 20 minutes, downtime is minimized, keeping operations efficient. By eliminating the need for costly engine rebuilds, fuel injector replacements, and turbocharger failures. The Tesla Semi isn't just proving that long-haul electric trucking is possible. It's showing that it makes better financial sense than diesel. For many truckers, especially those who've spent a lifetime behind the wheel of a diesel rig. The Tesla Semi isn't just an upgrade in technology, it's an upgrade in comfort, safety, and ease of use. Do you think the Tesla Semi has the potential to dominate the global trucking market? How do you believe the widespread adoption of autonomous electric trucks will change the industry? Thank you for watching our video. If you found this content insightful and want to stay updated on the latest Tesla news, don't forget to hit the like button and share this video. Also, be sure to subscribe to Tesla Car World and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest videos. We appreciate your support and look forward to seeing you in the next one.